we a make 'em suffer, man. Blood clot me gumbus.
We only have 7 episodes left before Dragon Ball Super ends, as well as Universal Survival Arc, in which Tournament of Power takes the biggest portion. The last episode was episode 124 of Super, and it is going to end in episode 131. That leaves the show with only 5 to 6 more episodes in Tournament, and that means it will be wrapped up pretty soon. But if we analyze the way how it is going, we still don't know how it is going to end for real, but still we are going to have and see who are going to be fighting with who in the big climax that will decide this tournament. Episode 124 saw us lose Gohan, and it was something that most of us did not predict to happen. Usually all of us thought that the spotlight was going to go to Gohan ever since Goku appointed him as the leader for Universe 7. Knowing the history of Dragon Ball, it was just normal for us to think that he was going to be winning this tournament, given to the seriousness that he has and doesn't have the feelings of Goku and Vegeta to enjoy the battle. He was there to just win and protect the others, and we can fairly say that he did a good job. The way how Gohan lost in tournament wasn't really acceptable from most of the fans, and especially knowing his opponent, he had to sacrifice himself to Dispo, who is the weakest out of the 3 remaining from Pride Troopers. But the thing is that Toei was forced to do something like this in order to build up for the final 4. Usually you would want him at least to sacrifice himself for Toppo, whom he was fighting, but he had to do it with Dispo, who turned out to be more troublesome than he should have been, or at least predicted to be. But now with Gohan and Dispo out of the ring, we are left in tournament with only 6 warriors left. Goku, Vegeta, Android 17 and Frieza from Universe 7, and Jiren and Toppo from Universe 11. Episode 125 summaries that we got earlier from Toei, and also the preview made us aware of the fact that Android 17 and Frieza will be facing Toppo, who is also the leader for Universe 11. The interesting thing out of this is that they will be able to corner him. At least it's expected that Frieza will be using a sneaky attack, and that will lead to something bigger. Toppo will finally awaken his full power and show it to everyone on Tournament. Toppo's full power at the moment is being referred as Hakaishin power, or God of Destruction power, and thanks to Toei's bio and also the manga, we do know that Belmont, the God of Destruction from Universe 11, has been training Toppo to be his successor as the God for his universe. And this episode will showcase us what Toppo is capable of doing and what he has learned through all the time that he has spent training to take over that role. Given to the hype that this Toppo's form is going to gather and the effort that it's put into that, especially from Toei, it seems quite special, because we got this news even before 2018 arrived, so we can all assume and expect that Toppo will be doing a very good job there and is expected to outclass both Frieza and Android 17. Even both at once is not that surprising given to the difference in power that there should be between the two from Universe 7 and Toppo. How things are lined up at the moment, Toppo will be knocking out both Android 17 and Frieza, and that will leave us with 2v2 and Universe 7 in really bad position. That will mean that we get the final 4 for the big climax. Despite Jiren being very strong, or maybe he is just playing around at the moment, in 2 episodes we have seen him on the back foot versus Goku and Vegeta, who are definitely holding their own. So with Toppo taking out the other 2, he would immediately go and join Jiren to even the numbers. That would mean we get the battle of the stronger from their respective universes. Goku versus Jiren being the strongest, and also the second fiddle, Vegeta versus Toppo. It seems that this has been Toei's plan ever since the beginning to have them fight together. It was teased ever since it began. They wanted to showcase everyone's power, the way how they develop, and especially they focused a lot in Goku and Vegeta, who started this on a back foot, giving them 2 forms in which Vegeta's form has no official name and Kate no Gokui or Ultra Instinct for Goku. It always seemed that it will go down that way. The grand finale is going to be Goku vs Jiren and Vegeta vs Toppo, and that is going to decide the winner on this tournament. Despite how disappointed it might feel with the way how some are getting knocked out without them not really using Frieza at his best potential, despite bringing a very cool and developed Frieza, I do understand that it is disappointing and something that all of us would want to see, and some of the things go differently, but now for the moment, with the show announced to end very soon, it is clear enough that they are going to take this direction. With all of this talking up until this point, I think it's safe to say that we can even come up with a winner on this tournament. Most likely, from everything else and with the way how the story is going, Goku and Vegeta are both going to be winning this tournament while knocking Jiren and respectively Toppo out of the ring. Normally, it would make sense for Goku to be the only one winning because he is the Dragon Ball itself. The series has been created for Goku, but with the way how Super has handled Vegeta, it just makes sense for both of them to be on the ring and win this tournament. Vegeta has been pushing to win the Super Dragon Balls ever since he promised at Kaba, or even before, we can say. He got the new transformation because of that need for power, because something was eating him from inside, because Jiren was too big of a monster to get past. He wanted those Super Dragon Balls more than anything else, and the transformation came. The emotions triggered it. I do understand that Toei tends to do things wrongly, at least from our perspective, but I don't think that they are going to do it with Vegeta. They have built that up too perfectly. As explained, it makes sense for them to give Goku the win because it is going to be the last arc on Super for the moment. Maybe it does come back later down the road, but for now it is done, so Goku has to be one of the heroes. Just like the way how Toriyama wrapped up the Dragon Ball manga or Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in the anime. And as for Vegeta, I just gave the reasoning. The way how they are going to end it is yet to be seen, but it better be something beautiful to see and have good writing as well as emotional, because good or bad, Dragon Ball Super gathered many of us together and has brought back that nostalgia that we had for this show, which is one of the greatest things about our childhood. I really want them not to crumble, despite the last two episodes being very worrying from Toei's part on what is happening behind the scenes. We all are afraid that they might repeat what they did with the Goku Black arc, where they ruined a very good arc with that ending. We just need to hope that this is not going to happen this time, but of course it cannot be as bad as that because the production has improved a lot since then. So guys, I just gave my final four, my reasoning behind the final four. I do indeed think that Toppo will take out Android 17 and Frieza in episode 125 or early in episode 126. That is what is going to happen, and then we are going to get that big climax of Goku versus Jiren and Vegeta versus Toppo. I do indeed think that it is going to be really interesting, and I hope that Toei is going to give us something beautiful to watch. And I know that I keep mentioning about Super ending, but the truth is that it is going to end. People accept it or not, I'm not really sure what to say about you, but we all have to make peace with the fact that Dragon Ball Super is as good as gone. We are not going to get a new series up until at least next year. What we do know is that Dragon Ball as a franchise, it is going to continue. Maybe with a new series, as I said, in the next year. Maybe we are going to get a movie or more movies, because we do know that we already have a movie. We still don't know that, but of course turn on those notifications, subscribe to the channel, because I will be covering everything. And if you think that this channel is going to die after Super is done, then you are wrong. I have many great plans for them, and don't forget that we have over 20 years of material. There are a lot of things to talk about. Dragon Ball is such a big world that we are going to explore together. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled so you don't miss out on any further content, and have a great time. Bye!